What is something as simple as believing in yourself feels so hard to attain nowadays, and people struggle with it on a daily basis. They become overwhelmed by it. They try different solutions and they actually fail because that's not true confidence, lasting confidence. It's something that they compensate for and they are just tweaking the external. But in this video, I'm gonna explain some things that are really important for you to understand and to apply for you to have lasting and unlimited confidence. That's something that it's not dependent on anything. Nobody can take it from you, and you'll have so much confidence. That fuel, what you're gonna be inspired to do is just share it with people, with the world. And the first thing I want to mention is that people, they look for it in the wrong direction. The map they have that somebody told them to follow is wrong. And the GPS they are having right now is set for the wrong direction. That's the real problem, is the direction they are heading towards is wrong, and they are not digging where they actually should be instead. It's wrong because they try to become confident from the perspective and while assuming that they are not confident or they are broken and they need to be fixed. That's a real problem. And it simply becomes a journey where they compensate for that thing because that's what you start with. It's a thought that you fuel everything you try to change. If you assume that you are not confident and you are not good enough, it just reinforces with every action that you take because you have black holes. Those are the traumas, the negative beliefs, what you identify with, and all your energy. If you try to act from those things, from assuming that you're not confident, every action that you take just reinforces it, and all your energy goes to compensate for those things. To have confidence, of course, you have to start with it. There are two paradigms that people act from. There is abundance and scarcity. There is flow and there is lack. And those are two main paradigms that you see people, they take action from today. And you choose in which paradigm to live. You have free will. God gave you free will. That's a gift. And you can simply quantum jump by saying, I'm gonna end it right here. And from now on, I choose to believe that I'm someone who deserves the best things in the world. So the problem is you don't start with the right things, with the right intention, but you assume that you're broken, you need to be fixed, or something happened in the past and now I'm broken. I need therapy. Do you understand that God made you perfectly and you have all the tools necessary to share with the world your perfectionism? You have all the necessary tools to feel happiness, to experience joy, and to have unlimited confidence. You have all those things, but something inside of you now is telling you otherwise, is telling you lies, and you believe them. You come before the 3D world. You come before those things because through your own body, you feel and you experience the 3D world. Life is a video game, and you have all the necessary things, material things, to experience this world. Your 3D character, which is your own body, it's made to build things and to bring shape to everything that you want to build in this world. Everything starts with a thought. Everything starts in the spiritual realm. Your body is built from the 3D character, your body and your spirit, your awareness, or other call it consciousness. And people are so hooked into optimizing their 3D world to the point that they think that defines them. They think that joy, love, fulfillment is found out there in the 3D world. And they don't take the time to realize that God gave you everything and put everything inside of you. It's in there. So the reason they can't find happiness is because they look out there. The reason they can't find confidence is because they look out there in the 3D world and they try to identify with what they have or what they do, but they don't understand that it's in there. If you don't start with happiness, you won't get happiness. If you don't start with confidence, you don't get confidence. The only way to have lasting and unlimited confidence is by starting there. Is by starting with an assumption that you have it. You have free will to choose it right now and to say that I'm gonna stop all the self-destructive things. So the real problem isn't that you are not confident. The real problem is that right now you don't realize that you are confident because you are clouded by your fears, traumas, identity, and all those struggles. That's why it's hard for you to express that confidence because you didn't cultivate enough faith and proof, and it's hard for you to believe that. And it's hard for you to believe that because you have other lies that you believe. For example, a glass, for it to be filled again, it needs to be empty. For it to gain good things, it needs to get empty, to remove the old things, to make space for new things. Only when it's empty, it can be filled again with the things that you desire. So it's a process of not putting things on top of your insecurities. It's a journey of dissolving, just like snakes shed their skin, their old skin. I'm telling you all these things because I was in the same place a few years ago. It got so bad to the point where I had panic attacks every day when I needed to get ready for school, and I was crying in the school bathroom for hours because I was afraid to put myself out there. It was super hard for me because I thought that people want to hurt me, and if I could find a way and to change, then you could do it too. So for you to have unlimited confidence, you have to start with the belief that you have confidence. And I'm not saying that it's easy. You have to build enough faith and let go of the lies because right now they tell you otherwise. That's why it's hard for you to see it. One thing that helps me to do that is somatic releases. It's where I face my fears and I surround with the feeling. For example, if I'm afraid to talk to strangers, I ask myself, why do I feel scared? And usually you get answers that tell you that happened, for example, during your childhood, or that person told you this, or this happened and you are like this. And I sit with a feeling, I sit with a pain till it melts away. And it's not sitting in the brain and thinking about it. It's feeling the actual sensations that your body brings up. And usually that's scary and painful, but by releasing that, you can actually come back to your default state, abundance and overflow. So please stop assuming that you've ever been broken. Stop tweaking the external and realize that all the answers are within you, are here. And stop giving your power away to your 3D world, because your 3D world will change once you realize that all the answers are within here. And once you start to change here. Real confidence isn't built on top of your insecurities. It's what naturally appears when you let go of your fears, stop repeating the old identity, and stop feeding the stories that tells you that you are broken. And stop feeding the stories that tell you you are not good enough. And stop feeding the stories that tell you you are not good enough. Confidence isn't something that you chase. It's something that you realize and something that appears once you stop holding onto everything that blocks it.